Hi, I'm Andy Webb. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to one of the last parts in my £1,000 money makeover series. Hopefully by now you've already crushed that £1,000 target and you're well on your way, maybe even to your second £1,000 of saving. Wouldn't that be amazing? £2,000 of savings from just these videos. Well, there's only this one and one more to go. If you haven't already caught any of the other ones, check out that playlist. There are plenty for you to work through. But these are all simple things that you can do, just changing how you pay for things, where you pay for things, getting the best deal that will bring you money back in your pocket month after month, year after year, versus if you did nothing. That's the big thing here. If you did nothing and let all your contracts just carry on as they were, switch in, you'll be paying far more than you need to. So it's really easy to not do that. Just save some cash. Okay, really simple. Now this penultimate video is focusing on your banking, where your money lives. So your bank account, your savings, and also how you pay for it, touching a little bit on making some money as well through credit cards. Now, I'm sure when you hear the word banking, the first thing you think about is your current account, where you bank, where your salary goes in, where your direct debits come out, where your debit card lives, all that kind of stuff. That's probably what you think of, yeah? And that's a good place to start. So let's kick off there with your current account. Now, most people still have the same current account that they had when they were a kid or when they went to university or when they first started working. They open up an account and they've stuck with it, and that is the one they use to this day. And that is losing you money. Now I've got a whole other video that you probably want to check out. I'll click the link through to it here and below. And it is about how to switch bank, basically how to move bank to a different bank, move your current account across, and why you should do it, okay? It goes into a lot of detail of all the different benefits and what things you need to worry about. So watch that one after this. But I'll quickly touch on why it's been such a useful thing for me in terms of helping me save money and helping those families who I met on Shop Smart save some money as well. Now, the big thing that I've done over the last 5, 6, 7 years is bank switching for a bonus, a cash bonus. Now, these come and go, but you can easily find banks offering between 100 and 175 quid to make you change your bank. Now, sometimes there are half dozen of these deals going on at once. Some months there might only be 1 or 2, sometimes none, but they do tend to cycle around, come back, and most banks tend to offer something. So although it's not as great a picture as it used to be, I reckon you still easily be able to get yourself a couple of hundred quid with a couple of switches, maybe even more. Now, when I say a couple of switches, you might be thinking, hang on, if I switch bank once, why do I want to do it again and again? Well, you don't have to. You can easily set up a separate account and use that one to switch and get these bonuses, okay? So again, more information about that in the notes below and in that video, but it's something that saved me. I've probably made thousands of pounds doing that bank switching, and every family that I met on Shop Smart saved money. I got them to switch bank as well and got them at least 100 quid. Now, you can also open up other accounts with other benefits. So I've talked a lot on these videos about the cashback current accounts from Santander. Again, making yourself a little bit of money every single month, maybe only 30, 50 quid over the year, but that's money for nothing. You are paying these direct debits anyway, so you may as well get that free cash. You can get free cinema tickets with Lloyds. You can get all sorts of different things. These offers come and go. I've got more information about all of them over on the blog, so do check that out. That lists all these incentives from the cash bonuses to freebies. Take advantage of these, get them. It will save you a decent amount of cash. Another thing to think about in terms of current accounts is whether you want to go for a packaged bank account. Now, a packaged bank account is basically something that includes generally some insurance. It could be travel insurance, it could be breakdown cover, it could be gadget insurance, all sorts of little extras, which if you pay for these anyway, okay, can save you a lot of money getting them through a packaged bank account. So for example, Which Magazine, I'll link to this in the notes, has a great list of all the different packaged accounts, how much they will cost you, because you do pay for these, okay? 15, 16, 20 quid every single month. How much it will cost you versus how much on average it would cost you to get those policies separately. Now, one of the best ones out there is from Nationwide. This costs you £13 every single month, which worked out that is saving you 180 quid over a year if you were to get those same packages. So have a look, okay? Check these out. Find out if one of them is the right one for you. But of course, there's no point with any of these things. As I always say, there's no point paying for something you're not going to use. But check those out, those packaged accounts. Now, linked into current accounts, but moving a bit further, and we're talking about your banking, is your savings. Where, if you've got savings, and hey, if you've been cutting your bills quite a bit over the last few weeks following this series, you're going to have some extra cash sitting around, okay? If you're putting that into savings, is it earning you any money? Although interest rates have been low for such a long time now, you can still move it around and get the best rate possible. It's really important you do this, okay? Because even if you're not getting a fantastic rate, it's still something, okay? So do this and you can make yourself money every single month, every single year by doing that. I've got more information about different savings accounts, again, on the blog, which I will link to, but don't just let it sit in there in your normal current account earning nothing at all. At least try and get 1% or a bit more than that. And there are some accounts which will offer you more. That does come and go, and it's not a great situation right now, but I would always update my list of the best current accounts and savings accounts right now for your money. So make sure it is working as hard as it can. Now finally, sticking with this theme of making your money work for you and make you some cash, I'm going to touch on credit cards. Now I'm only going to talk about one part of credit cards here. In the next video, in the final video, where I'm going to look at how we tackle your debts and make them as cheap as possible, because that can save you a huge amount of cash as well. I'll be going into credit cards more, but I'm going to talk about 3 different aspects of credit cards which will save or make you some cash. First of all, cashback credit cards. I'm a big fan of these. I spoke in a previous video about cashback sites, but cashback credit cards, essentially every time you spend money on them, you get some money back. It's not much, we're talking 0.5%, 1%, but think about how much money you spend throughout the year, okay? It really can add up. And there are some great introductory bonuses as well. So you could easily be getting yourself 200 quid, I would say, a year back in cashback on all of your spending that first year, thanks to those introductory bonuses. After that, you're still looking at a decent return. Things to remember though, if you are going to try out one of these cashback credit cards, make sure you pay off the full amount every single month. This means you won't get charged any interest on your borrowing. As soon as you get charged interest, it's going to cost you money and cancel out that cashback that you've earned, okay? Because if cashback at most is 1%, your interest is likely to be 20%, something like that. Waste of time. So you've got to be able to pay the money off in full every single month, okay? The best places I think to look at are American Express. You'll get the best returns, but unfortunately not everywhere will take it. So you might want to look at some other places when your American Express won't be accepted, lower rates, but at least you'll earn some kind of money. Again, I've got a list that I regularly update with the best deals. I will link to that below. Another great way to use a credit card to save you some cash is when you've got a big expensive purchase which you wouldn't normally be going for. So it could be maybe a new phone handset, it could be a new sofa, potentially a holiday as well, although I'd say these are kind of things that you should be saving for instead. However, if it's a lot of money, you don't have the money in savings, you can look for a 0% finance deal or a 0% purchase credit card. Now, 0% purchase credit cards can be fantastic for this because you can really spread that cost out over a decent amount of time, pay no interest on it, save yourself a whole lump of cash. Be careful here though, obviously you need to make sure you pay at least the minimum every single month, but I would say pay off as much as you can, because what you don't want to have at the end is owe any money when it starts getting charged any interest, okay? But these can be great. As I mentioned in one of the earlier episodes on mobile phone bills and mobile phone costs, how to reduce them, getting your mobile handset in this way is a real money saver. And finally, one last thing that connects to both credit cards and banking is to go for a card which is specialized to spend overseas. Most debit cards, when you spend them overseas, they're going to charge you a huge amount of cash. Most credit cards, when you use them overseas, they're going to charge you a huge amount of cash in fees, but you can avoid this. There are a handful of different credit cards and debit cards where you get fee-free spending abroad and also fee-free cash withdrawals from the cash machine. It's not talking, again, huge amounts of money if you're only going away for a weekend city break. But if you're going away for 2 weeks with the whole family and you're spending a lot of money on your cards, it can be well worth doing this. So there you go. Hopefully you're going to find some big savings in your banking here. Some great ways to make some money, okay? All those savings you've already got, top it up with this extra bit of cash, and it's all from your everyday spending. You're not doing anything extra to get this. It's just normal spending and making a bit of cash, saving a bit of cash on top. Only one more video to go in the series. If you've missed any of them so far, do check out that playlist below. Until next time, cheers.